I've been looking through this old battered notebook of mine. I've had this since 1990. I used to record many lists, the gigs I went to, the books I read, and I've noticed there are far fewer women writers that I used to read than I do today. In 1990, in the first 32 books I read in 1990, only 4 were by women writers. These were by Marion Bradley, Isabel Allende, Betty Mahmoudi, and Tama Janowitz. My name is Jim. This is my channel, Books, Reading and Stuff. When I look at my December TBR, I notice of the 12 books I've listed, 8 are by women and 4 by men. It's like my reading habits have gone a 180 degrees about my gender bias when I'm reading. Why is this? I think it's my tastes have changed, my tastes have evolved. When I was a teenager, I didn't think women could write books that I would be interested in, but also with the genres like fantasy and science fiction, there were not a lot of women writers that were prominent in those fields back in the day. There was Ursula K. Le Guin, yes, and Anne McCaffrey, and I liked both of those authors, but there weren't a lot of others. Now there are so many. There's Martha Wells, there's N.K. Jemisin, there's, and in fantasy, V. Schwab, and so many more, Rebecca Roanhorse. In this battered notebook, I'd also put an authors' league of the authors I'd read the most books by, or the most pages by. And in the top 20, there's only 2 women. They were, in 1997, there were Patricia Highsmith and Sarah Paretsky. If I look at the authors I've read the most since I've been on BookTube, the ones I've read the most by are all women. The authors I've read 3 or more books by since coming onto BookTube in September 2020, I've read 3 books by the following: P. Jelly Clark, Peter R. Stone, Jim Butcher, Margaret Atwood, Irina Shapiro, Virginia Woolf. For 3 books, it's 50-50. If I look at the books of 4, Sarah Paretsky, Louis L'Amour, Margaret Pinard, and Charles Dickens. Again, 50-50. But if I look at the authors I've read the most, the 3 authors I've read the most, they're all women. I've read 6 books by Agatha Christie, 6 by Frida McFadden, and on top is V. Schwab with 7. Also, I noticed with V. Schwab, Frida McFadden, I don't have any of their physical books. I've just been reading them on ebook, which is another trend I've gone towards. I do have physical books of Agatha Christie and Charles Dickens. What's your reading experience? Do you find you're reading more women writers now or fewer women writers now? How's your evolution gone? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious. If you enjoyed this video, you can give it a thumbs up. This will help me with the YouTube algorithm, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.